Hello and welcome back to another Casual Night Chit Chat show. Ooh, it is a tiring week, and I have to admit this is gonna be a interesting month. That's right, which means the next four episodes, including this, will be a bit, I won't say rough, which means Tuesday I wouldn't be available, and that would put a dent in the stream and game development. Whew. Okay, without further ado, hey there, Daily Buddha, welcome to the stream. I need to do one or two things. First thing, housekeeping. Make sure everything is good and great. And then we will do something. All right, make sure Brawlers is launched. So first thing first, everything is everything demanding my time, and I only have 24 hours, okay, which is gonna be rough. So tonight's topic, okay, tonight not really a topic per se, but in the sense of a question in making a game that has a, I won't say micro economy, but we're gonna start with macro first, sorry, the large scale um, of economy, and we want to analyze where it breaks. I have a few opinions. I think it would break certain few places, but we want to see where it breaks. And how we're gonna do this is we're gonna do a simulation. And I did promise myself I want to build in some of the games that failed from the Web3 side into my game, and let's see how it goes. So that's that. First is I need to switch this. Come on, brawlers. Yes, brawlers is turned on. I need my game. So my game, as of last week, it's fully feature. I wouldn't say feature complete, but fully feature complete, which means no more addition of anything. That includes the simulation as well. Okay. So the first priority is to get the visual assets, which is a little bit tricky because I don't know how I'm gonna present or how I'm gonna do it on stream. Hey there, Nemo. It's been a while. It's been a while, but more importantly, it's yeah. Welcome to the stream. And where was I? Okay. So feature complete, visual, generating assets, animation. Okay. Probably we can do animation. Probably we can do animation. Yeah, somewhere around there. That's one. What else? Because of the 2D assets going to be tough. The 2D assets is going to be a little rough. All right. If we don't have 2D assets, no, if I can't showcase the 2D assets, what can we do? What can we do? I don't think I have anything else. Hmm. I can't figure it out. You know what? I can't figure it out. I don't want to. I don't want to take too much time to think on stream. So we're gonna do a little bit of housekeeping. We're gonna check on my Discord. So Discord devlog today's episode 23. So let's see, devlog, added cleanup code, HP regeneration. Okay, everything is there. Everything is great. Single player game is feature locked. Yes, that's from last week, June 4th. And ooh, okay, wait, hold on a sec. I need to get my counter flags. Yeah, I wanted to call that. It was too saucy to not call. But I need to get some stuff up and running first. So I will go on autoplay mode. Okay, task minimal coding needed to feature lock. Alright, yeah, that's right. Minimal coding. Switch to visual and asset creation. Okay, I don't really write down what to focus on, so we're gonna write down a few things. Yeah, we're gonna write out a few things for today's episode, and let's see if we can get some of them up and running. I know I did task myself. We need animation, three new animation for the single player game, and I think that's the best time to do it. I think it's the best time to do it. Let's start off with that. We definitely need some placeholder for some of the not say assets, for some of the UI. So we're gonna do that. Okay. Yep. You know what? That's doable. That's doable. Okay, so 3-7 versus 4 question mark. Oh, if I played 3-2, it'd be awesome though. But anyway, that's okay. Alright, so we're gonna do at least animation. And I did have a few animation in a few action that I have in mind. So we definitely want a jumping attack. Yeah, we want a jumping attack. We want okay, so we have a single hand attack. We should have an uppercut. Alright, a sort of an uppercut. Yeah, we will go through some of the animation that I have and we will see how it goes. And last but not least, okay, I hopefully, let's see, Atomic Hub. All right, so for those who are wondering why I did not have any drop as of late, is very straightforward. I lost the ability, not say lost the ability. Atomic Hub keeps saying I have error while trying to trying to upload stuff, and I need to figure out what's happening. Ooh, 6-8, yeah, that's a good play. GG. GG on that. Alright, so first thing first, let's see if I can still upload my stuff. If I can't upload my stuff on Atomic Hub, I'm you know what, I'm gonna be very, very upset. Okay. My collection. Oh, broken. Yeah, come on, come on. What's this? Ugh. I complain way too much, so I complain way too much. All right, continue. Okay, seems tree. Gonna just do a quick little think and see if I can do it. Select. Okay. Huh. Okay. Give me a sec while I get all this thing up and running. Come on. Shh. Yep, nope. Error. Error. I don't know why it's erroring. Come on. Come on, Atomic Hub. Yeah, one thing. Let's see. Continue. Okay, and then press play. Unity turn on. Click. Yep, all right, cool. Everything is turned on. Yep, all right. And then, all right, sweet. Sweet. So that's working. Everything is working. 6-6, go for it. Go for it. 5-8. Show me 5-8. 5-7 is meh. Full? Ah, full. I could have done 6-3. I could have done a 6-3. Okay, let me see if I can upload another file. Oh, looks like I could. No? Yeah, what's up with Atomic Hub? I could not do anything, and that's annoying. Oh, totally forgotten, but I want to challenge a little bit. Yeah. This is it feels strong hand-ish. Feels strong hand-ish. This is too obvious, so we're gonna go for it. Still gonna go for it anyway. One? Maybe we'll get a call. Maybe. Oh, a call? 1-3 versus 16. Yep. Okay, so what else? Ah, no. Okay, on one end, I'm really not looking forward to visual asset generation and creating assets. You know what? I'll leave that after that. I'll leave that later. We're gonna do a 2-1. Yep. If this is a high A, okay. Because if I play 2-6, if Daily Buddha were to flex, then sure. And flexes. Ah, but unfortunately I flex here as well, so I can't do anything to begin with if I were to call. But I could have done 2-6. Could have done. Okay, let's counter flex. Let's counter flex with something saucy like a 6-1. No? Ah. Yeah, 7-8. I want to do like a 5-7 or 5-8, and I realize might not be able. In this case would have went through. Would have went through though. Okay, let's see. All right, today's topic is we're gonna simulate the Web3. Not say economy. Not say economy. All right, let's simulate a game economy. That's right. Let's simulate a game economy and see how far, and let's see where it breaks. So I definitely want to build that into the game as well because it can. Because one or two, I would say Web3 projects that I've played, they do. I won't say they do have. No, I'm gonna call out they do have the potential, but there is a huge but though. The but is the lifespan of the game, which actually will go to another. Hold on a sec. Yeah, the but would be. It highly depends on like. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my overlay. That really ticks me off. All right, we're gonna Hail Mary for 6-3. Ugh. Go away. Where was I? No, we're gonna simulate a Web3 economy, and could have done 6-3. Could have done a 6-3. On one end, not to say I feel flexy, but yeah, that's actually not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. We're gonna counter flex. We're gonna counter flex with us. 5-1. 5-1 is a safe counter flex. Unless Daily Buddha plays a 6 or a 7, which we're in a deep trouble anyway. 5. Challenge. Challenge. 4. Challenged. Alright, so we have 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. It's a point. It's a point. Yeah, no. We have to play the 8-1 because if I play 8-8, I have nothing else to go around. Even though if we win, because if I win, I need to get another good hand. And because I play the 8-8, Daily Buddha fold, unless he calls, GG. Yeah, so this is the correct play. Because I need a 2-hand. I need a 2-hand. The best possible play. Okay. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Because right now I am annoyed with my they keep changing. Why? Why did it keep changing? Okay, let me adjust a bit. The most horrible adjustment. Okay, yes, and then this a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why my overlay keeps changing. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. And looks like this round the story unlock milestone is super slow. Yeah, super slow. Okay. Before we do anything, let's go through some of the typical Web3 projects out there. How the economy goes. So most Web3 games that I play and know of, most of them run with 3 resources. I don't know why you want to run with 3 resources. I know why they do it. Okay, I'll put it this way. I know why they do it, but it feels very I don't know. I don't know if it's the right call or not because three resources a lot of things can go wrong in a way. Whereas, yeah, alright. Where was I? Three resources. Yeah, three resources. A lot of things can go wrong. All right. In fact, some of them dwindle down to two. Uh, okay, one resource is the easiest to manage. Okay, that's for sure. But the problem is, what about people who dump, right? They just autoplay, let the AI play, and then dump the coins. I think the easiest way that I can think of back then, even now as well, I still think this could be the best. It's probably taxation. All right, so if you withdraw from the game, you definitely have tax. 10% I think is just nice, right? It should not go higher than 10%. But the problem is, what will people encourage not to withdraw? That's the question. That's the question. Back then I used to think of, in order to play the game, you need to use a token. So basically you kind of recycle, right? Pay to play. But then again, as that method will not work today, because if I need to pay to play, the answer is no. I'm not going to be bothered with the project. That's for sure. And that's what happened to a lot of air quotes racing game out there. And as of until today, I am still upset. Okay, I am still upset at taco racers because it could have been a nice game, right? Presentation game, but no. When belly up. Another game is I think Sammy Racing or something like that. Again, not very visual. Okay, before we go to visual, one of the biggest thing is it doesn't feel like a game. It feels like a guessing game, which is not so fun. In fact, I would say straight up, if it's a clicker, not a game. So a lot of Web3 projects kind of fall in that category, not a game, which is painful. But then again, that's the reality. Okay, so to explain the game economy, I can only show with my single player game, because my single player game already have a loop in a way where I can easily explain them, and it makes sense if the currency slash resources is not a token. So the next question is, how do people air quote, not say air quote, okay. This actually ties along with people who wants to, play and own, play and earn, those quotes. It is, in my mind, there is a different a different way of thinking, but if I let it marinate, not say marinate, after the long while of thinking how it goes, like, really, it eventually did not work out, which I will talk a little bit, because I want to, I definitely want to bring some of this Web3 project that failed and try to implement in my game as a mini game and see how I want to do, how can I do to make it kind of work, kind of, because I know there are one or two things I need to definitely not do for sure. And of course, at the same time, because I don't have the option to cash out, so the gameplay is definitely literally a big difference. And we're gonna use a little bit of Spin Tycoon's currency system as well, because Spin Tycoon is actually very close to most of the Web3 games out there in terms of currency usage. In fact, Spin Tycoon has, let's see, spin token, coin, bills, tree. If I'm not missing this, I think that's four. No, three. Coins for you to repair buildings, bills for you to do research. Oh no, four. That's four. Yep. Chips for you to do your upgrading for your character. And then last but not least, your spin token is to get new characters. Alright. So Spin Tycoon, wow. Spin Tycoon has so many things. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. So that's that. And what else? What else is on the table? We definitely want to do animation, so I'll do a little bit of animation live on stream. We'll do a little bit of UI placeholder. I technically have a few. Okay, you know what? For my game, I try to use. I have the options to use free assets, but I don't want to, sort of, because I want to just build my own and then put it in my game. Because on one end, if I use free assets, I think most people will know it's free assets per se. So I want to challenge myself not to use free assets. So everything is mine. I have to create from scratch per se. Okay, I think that's about it. So let's start off with the most basic economy of economies. So I'm gonna bring out a MS Paint so I can draw out, and then we want to tackle. All right, definitely want to tackle because I want to see if I, like I said, if I can put it in my game or not. And of course, things that will not work, I will definitely not do it. So let's go to here. MS, where are you, Paint? There we go. Okay, so for currency, let's start off with one currency because that's the first. That's one of the first. All right, cool. So we call this. We're gonna call it coin. Yeah, no, let's call it token. All right, so token is our first basic currency, and then it's very straightforward. You need to use token to play, and in return you get token. That's the most basic of basic. So the question in hand is, all right, so this is a basic. The first question is, so a lot of people obviously when they can calculate, so if you get a -1 and then you get a +1, right? No lose, no gain. Will people still continue to play? And that is mainly for people who wants to chase profit. The answer is no. Right? No, nobody will play. No players. Okay, straight up, no players. Ooh. Web3 Comic Simulate, you can try look at the two machination.io. Ah, cool. Yeah. I'm just going through a, you know what, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Because I'm going through a basic version of how I think it works, because if it becomes too complex calculation, because we also have human behavior and we don't need to go in too deep per se. Machine. Yeah, because once it reach to a very deep, not say deep end, the moment it breaks apart. Okay, yeah, cool. Because when any economy breaks apart with just a simple a dent, straight up, you know that's not gonna work. Straight up. So that's the reason why there are some things I don't need to. Okay, start a design for free. That's okay. If I can, I need to register. No, I don't want to register. I don't want to register. Okay, just to show you. So Nemo, thank you for recommending that. That's actually quite interesting. But because I need to register, I'm not interested. Not to say not interested, I need to do too many things. Like forget it. So yeah, this is cool. This is nice little template. Come in mining, food materials, coal, ore, iron mine, the forge. All right. So this is and then source created over time. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But this is mainly a simple calculator predict. Yeah, okay, cool. So what I want is it's not like this. Yeah, but then again, it is definitely something cool for sure. Definitely something cool. Appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna do we're just gonna simulate at its most basic point. What would make people play and whatnot, right? So let's get back to web. So yeah, so this is basically tokens. So token -1 in order to play. Once you get +1. So this is called, I would call it balance. No, no win, no lose. No win, no lose. So immediately, in this version, yeah, no players, because unless the game is interesting. Okay, so this is just pure speculation. No, not say pure speculation. We need to set some ground rules. This is assuming the game is like a clicker base, right? Click, done. We're not talking about game that has an interesting game behind it, because if we were to do a game that has an interesting game, okay, I will say straight up, that is where I was thinking. That's where I came into the Web3 space with, because I used to go to arcade. All right. I came from the arcade side of things, whereby in order to play you need coin to play. All right, straight up, and then coin to play, and then play game. All right, so down the line, that's where I show, I think, the initial not say proposal for brawlers, the initial concept, or when Mike asked how do you think the game should make, this is where I was going to, right? Arcade, right? So basically you pay to play, but in return, like most Japanese arcade, I do play some Japanese arcade, and wow, it is a whole new level of arcade. Okay, you get something in return, so collectibles. Oh, uh, all right. Either by collectibles or uh digital. No, 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 no. Okay. Either by collectible cards and whatnot, which you can sell or trade. Yes, that's where I kinda took not say took inspiration. That was my basis of Web3. Okay, everything that I have done on the arcade, go to the arcade, play a game, and then get something in return. I get a card, I get whatever I can get, and then it's like, yay, now I own it. Now it's easy for me to sell or trade if I need to. So one of the game that actually capitalized this, and I think it's still a good thing, is Cosmic Clash. Uh, yeah, okay. All right. So the upside for Cosmic Clash, they did kinda have a nice clean system that is that that I thought, no, before we go to that part. So they have a nice clean system. I love it. Love it. So if you want to get better like ships, right? So Cosmic Clash is a ship PvP game. So you collect ships, you go to the rank, and you play. Done. Boom. And as a game, as a game. Okay, it's fantastic. Now, of course, like every other game, interest of the game will always go down. No matter how you see it, no matter how I go about it, as much as I want to ignore in the beginning, games will always have less and less interest over time. And that is something we cannot do anything. So it's usually like this. Yeah, let's put it like that. So so this is basically the initial a lot of games, so this is the initial hype. So hype, and then this is the fans, long-term player. Oh, I realize I don't really have a lot of stake to draw. So hype will go up, and then over time the game will just go flat. Now the difference is what makes this different from every other mobile games? Because I would directly go to mobile games, because if we were to compare with traditional PC console games, obviously this is the chart. No matter how you see it, this will always be the chart. And so the first problem is, so the first problem that, not say I realized, but this is every Web3 game, is once we reach to, all right, so we got initial hype, and then once we reach to this point, where's the player? So that's the problem. That's the problem with here. Yeah, so I know I derailed a little bit because we're supposed to talk about economy. We're gonna talk about economy. All right, so let's start off with, so we have one, if it's a single token, like I said, if plus one, no, if minus one to play and go back, all right, this is, I'm gonna just draw a simple wallet. Looks like a YouTube video though. And then we're gonna just buttons and horrible drawing. Right, plus one, and okay, if there's no plus, if anything plus less than zero, oh, plus, yeah, if it's less than zero, if, yeah, no. Okay, let's put it. So if it's plus, if it's minus one to play, if I don't get nothing in return, nobody cares. Literally for Web3 games, straight up. Don't ask me why. That's the human behavior. The next thing, actually, I kind of know why though, because not many Web3 games. In fact, I have not seen a Web3 game that is a tried and true game. Straight up, none. Unless, in fact, Illuvium tries to, but Illuvium kind of fails a little bit on that side. But I think they still have fans, so that's good. As long as you got your fan base, I think that's whatever game you try to pump out. It's interesting. Okay, so we have that, and then the next one. So this breaks the moment one token goes down. Now, if we're gonna go to two tokens, so token A, token B. All right, token A, you need to, token A for item A. You can be repair and whatnot, and then item A will generate token B. We're gonna put a $sign for this. All right, and then B will generate, or will be used, okay, doesn't matter, used to item B, and then item B will generate token A. So this is literally Music Mogul's economy plan. problem is the moment one of this item is gone, the whole cycle breaks straight up. And using Music Mogul as a example, you need to burn. Oh, bun. Why did I write bun? You need to burn artists. You need to burn to get, let's say, token B. Burn to get token B so you can pay for item B and then generates and then goes back to the cycle. So in this case, we have a question, we have a negative resource. So negative resource. So we're gonna, -1 over here. And then out of this loop, where do you get your air quote profit? Where do you get your plus? So either so for Music Mogul, I think one of the token can convert, so this guy can go out. Okay, so this guy can go out like this. And then this is your +1. Now the question in hand is it's no longer a +1 because it's an RNG. Item B would have an RNG. And that's where I think it breaks. Because you can put multiple, because if you want to use like this world, they have three tokens and it works exactly the same thing. Instead of using burn, you buy. So buy or burn, right? It's the same thing. So that's the -1. And then +1 where you +1. So the problem is RNG, because if this is -2 and then your RNG is +1 or 2, that basically breaks apart already. Because bots, the moment they don't see a break even, they're not going to be bothered straight up. And so at the end of the day, economy is useless if we don't get a good game out. And we don't provide a, okay, this one is a very subjective thing, okay? Very, very subjective thing. So why, it goes back to the question, why do you collect digital items? Because I played a lot of gacha lately and that crowd over there is crazy. Not gonna lie, that's crazy because gacha games, mobile gacha games. Oh, that's like the I wouldn't say the holy grail of money making yet, because but at the same time, oh no, not the holy grail, because we need the trifecta. So gacha in general will generate money. Gacha, not the gacha. Mobile game is highly accessible to the crowd. So you cannot, having a gacha and on mobile is not a guarantee, because there is one more factor. You need your brand. You need your brand. And that brand is very, very interesting. It's either you hit or miss. But in most cases right now, the brand is no longer a brand, it's game. A lot of people would say it's gameplay, but I played as much gacha game as I can for the past 2 to 3 years, just to refamiliarize the whole entire scene. And I can easily say this right now: brand is more important than gameplay. But before you get to the brand, you need to actually have a top of the line visual, not gameplay. Because if you don't have top of the line visuals that includes voice acting and animation and whatnot, people just don't bother. Yeah, I'll put it this way: if they don't get their cool characters, they're not going to be bothered. Because if I say brands, right, because obviously the biggest one right now is Hoyoverse, and Hoyo started with Genshin Impact. Now they have like so many Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, which I played a lot. ZZZ, I didn't bother. I tried, but I didn't got into because it's a bit too active. And that will explain a little bit more about the game as well, because not all games are created equal. And at the same time, what do you call this? Come on, what's the word? What's the word? Not everyone cares too much about gameplay. Gameplay is still important, right? You still need to hit the bare minimum of a game. You can't just sell JPEGs, okay? To put it simple, selling JPEG straight up will not work. You need a basic gameplay to begin, and you need a proper gameplay to begin with. And then visuals, all about visuals. So Web3, unfortunately, do not have. They have, actually, no, they do not have. The most critical part they do not have is the mobile section. Yep. Not to blame them initially, because obviously Google Play Store and iOS has a lot of what you call this restriction and requirement, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So at the end of the day, the most important the most important factor is it needs to be a proper game. Then only you can talk about economy and whatnot. Because those things are useless if your gameplay is rubbish or non-existent. Looking at you, clicker games, right? I know Woofy tried to do something cool, but ended up being a clicker game. Yeah, I just lose interest. That's the problem. Okay, so that's the topic at hand. I know I've passed the halftime show or halftime, but we just want to do a quick little recap. So first thing first, okay, yes, we got a notification for that. Yes, we got a notification for that. And then if we click play, we should see our buff over here. All right, so that's one small little UI we need to do. That would be quite easy to do, but first I need to get some of my script out. And I did say we need to do at least some animation. I think that's the only thing I can do right now, animation. And for now, we need visuals. Okay, so I already have my jungle gym plan. So we're gonna have a punching bag and a bench press. Okay, punching bag first. Let's do punching bag, and then we'll figure out what to do for the next one. Because I want to do bench press, but bench press, because it looks simple, okay? No, probably not. But we're gonna do boxing, but without do boxing, what we need to do first is we need to get our buff listed over here. So just a quick little, what do you call this? A quick little fix. And this is actually very easy to show you. So this is a good analogy. In order to play the game, all right, so oh, dang it. All right, let's begin. So you just buy something from a Web3 game. Usually you buy a pack or you buy an asset. All right, so you got an asset now. Unfortunately, if you don't do anything with your asset, the resource will go down by default. Okay, and how do you gain resources? Oh, let's go for an adventure. Then the problem is this part. How do you get your resource to attack? And then most Web3 games like, oh, you just buy tokens. Poop, yay, token. The problem is the next, the next part is, unfortunately, if you want to pay to attack, that's not a game. That's a horrible game design. So if we remove that, what can we do? We pay to go for an adventure, and that basically falls apart quite fast. Yeah. All right. If you click here, then I have to spend something. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. Okay. So first thing first, we're gonna have click you. Oh, nope. I'm gonna get my buff. I've forgotten to get my buff. Okay, click you. There we go. Save. Go to combat. And then we're gonna open up the game manager. So at the end, yeah, we'll do a bit more of this digging for sure. So the next part is, what game do I think I want to copy and put into my game? Because if we look at Farmer's World is on their concept page, on their roadmap, white paper and whatnot, it looks good, okay? It looks like what I think it is, okay? You have a farm, now you want to populate your farm with items, so you get your NFTs put into your farm, and then your farm will generate resource over time. The resource allows you to buy or upgrade. And the problem is buy or upgrade. The buy or upgrade is, in a way, oh my goodness, great for a short run. Yep, it's only great for a short run. And then you need to use it to repair. And that kinds of break everything apart. That really breaks everything apart, because it's just, but we're gonna simulate that. We're gonna simulate the three resource economy, but after I finish the game. All right, we're gonna do a similar thing, because we're gonna do something like, okay, I need to figure out how to do it a much more simple. You know, I'm not gonna think too much just yet. Okay, let's get this going. All right, all right, player avatar manager. No. All right, so here we go. UI, HP enemy slider. Yes, there we go. Player UI, player active. We're gonna put this player UI. We're gonna put this as passive buff, and then we're gonna use, no, yeah, there we go. Adventure manager, life manager up here. UI slider, UI buff, there we go. Buff prefab, transform. Okay, copy you, put it here. Buff prefab, transform, because we need to put that, and then we need the list. Okay, sweet. Okay, then we go back here, let it compile. So we're gonna just put it up here, and then I need to change the buff. Yeah, I need to change the what do you call this, the alignment. Okay, I know you can't see it, but right now it says reloading script and whatnot. Okay, so what we're gonna do is get my canvas, player UI, create empty. This is gonna be a buff, spawn, put it up here. And then next is we need a layout, so horizontal, upper left, right. Spacing is 25. Okay, yep, here. Game manager, location, check. Next up is buff. All right, cool, sweet. Go back here. Now we need to load, so start, spawn enemy. Okay, we need to fix the spawning system later, but for now, load buff. Okay, copy from here. There we go. Okay, by default, we don't need to do anything. We just need this section. Single player save system. Need to make sure. All right, yeah, save system is here. XP, yeah. All right, cool. Everything is right on track. So if this works, we should see our 2 buffs, and then we're gonna simulate a little bit, and then we're gonna do some straight away we don't have enough time to do animation, but no, we will do at least one new animation, new attack, and that will be a jumping slam. Yes, jumping slam it is. Okay, buff is missing. Let me check. Okay, loaded data, everything. Okay, everything is loaded. Yes. Player active. No, before we do anything. Okay, so when we start spawn enemies, combat bar max value 10. Spawn enemies. All right, there we go. So we will copy everything. Spawn enemy on start. We need to revise this script later, this code later. Spawn enemies, player, load game, get everything, then player setup, show player UI, show buff. There we go. Yeah, all right, cool. That should work. So we're gonna do a slam attack. So you jump up and do a slam, body slam, exactly like how you see on brawlers. Okay. The next thing is because after the slam needs to wake up. There we go, XP and damage. All right, done. Okay, next up, we're gonna load our animator. Okay, I need to do my animation on the side because we need the screen over here. Yeah, we need this guy, and we can delete this because we don't need it. Yes, I know there's no face. I need to redo the whole entire face again because for some reason my model just breaks and I can't fix it the way I wanted to fix it. Go into the prefab. Armature. Okay. So we're gonna call a new clip. We're gonna call this a body slam. We're gonna put this in assets. Where are you, my toy? Animation. This is a V2 animation. Body slam. All right, got the body slam. Okay, so easiest is turn record. All right, so body slam goes no, not the armature. Boom. Yeah, all right, so the problem is the leg. All right, so my rigging is horrible. The problem is the leg. So how do I do this? Okay. Pick. Okay, no, keyframe. Keyframe. When it comes to animation, always have keyframes. So we're gonna put up somewhere like this. And then for the legs, yeah, all right, legs I can do it. Okay, legs up here, gonna spread a little bit. And then, heck, yes, gotcha. Hand, oh, wrong hand. Okay, face. Oh, oh. Hey. No, wrong bone. Really? Really? Isn't it supposed to be here? Huh. Weird. Okay, yes. Oh, dumb dumb. Dumb dumb. Dumb dumb. I put the yes. Yes. No, that's correct. There we go. Messed up a bit. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Yes, that's correct. So this one will go for like this. Like this. Need to double check the legs. The legs definitely looks out of place. Yeah, now it's slightly correct. Okay, oh no, 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 wrong one. Why I can't? Okay, yes. Why I can't? Yeah. Okay, and then so this is halfway, so you go like this, jump, and then slams down. Okay, so yeah, horrible. Slam down. The problem after the slam, you know what? Let's do a bounce like how brawlers did. All right. So jump, spadish, jump, spadish, and then after that we kind of go no, bounce. We need to bounce back up. So this guy, yeah. So copy here, and then the legs go back to normal. Don't worry, we will fine tune. This is not the go to, yeah, because my legs are all messed up right now. This is not the definitive. This is not the final version. All right, so oh, and then come on. Okay, boing, and then we reset back to normal. Boing. All right, so if we were to play, dish, 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 dish. Hilarious. All right, but this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Cool. So that's that. Okay, so what we need to do next is we need to put all our inputs. So we are done with recording. So now we're gonna add a little bit of like a trigger for the cool splash animation. Where was I? We're gonna add the triggers for the game to recognize. Like, all right, so we play the animation plays, it will show an expression, and then when it hits, it will like, okay, this is where you do your damage, and then after that, reset so you can do your next animation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a next attack. So where is the attack? Okay, we're gonna use this. Oh no, this is wave hello. I don't want wave hello, I want special attack. Alright, so this is my special attack, just a clap or a thunderclap. So we have two triggers on special start, on special end. Okay, so we're gonna revise a little bit. Same goes with the body slam. On special start. And on special end. On special end. Okay, cool. Save this animation. Animation will be okay. Next up is, all right, so this is all about the scripting part. We want to know where the damage is because right now we are going through a very simple damage mechanic. So player avatar manager. So when you do a special attack, this is where it happens. All right, special attack, blah 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 blah. All right, so this is a damage calculation. No need to go through. And then here we go. AI simple roam animator set trigger. So we trigger the special attack. Now the difference is we're gonna use our resources as our. So we have 3 attacks, 3. And each resource has a specific okay, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do a attack index. So if, all right, so we're gonna code this to a strong attack. So if anything that is not a 3, we do the basic attack, which we wouldn't go through, and then else, this is what we, else we're gonna do a strong attack. So before we do anything, we need to set everything up. Now when we do a special attack, let me get another code out. Because when we do a special attack, it will go through a command, and then the command will tell me which, what to do. So unfortunately, right, so this is the unfortunate part that the game is built, or rather the attack system is built very simple. So it's under attack module. Okay, set damage, direct deal damage, apply damage to target. Oh, no, wrong one. I need the most important thing, which is animation event. So this is the one where it triggers. There we go. On attack, on date begins, special attack. All right, so on special attack, it will set the face, it will set the hands. So we're gonna do a different attack if we want to. So what we're gonna do, let's do a new one. Let's copy this too, because this is where it goes. Special attack, blah 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 blah. Special end, player avatar manager, special end. So we go to player avatar manager. Special end, where are you? Activate special. Okay, special end, AoE attack. There we go. So when the attack ends, it only do damage. So not to say I like it, but for now we're just gonna leave it here. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it here because there are a few things I want to clean up and I don't want to make it too complicated. Later we'll revisit this whole script if we need to, but for now everything works, we are not bothered. Okay, So in order to trigger, we need to trigger something else. Trigger animation. So we're going to use a different phrase for this guy. So we're going to switch to his guy. Go to animator. So now we have a few things. Ta-da! All right, so special attack. Okay. So we go to this part over here. Da, 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 da. We're going to put a new trigger. We're going to call it all right, so in this case, it's easier for me to later identify. Yeah, rather than writing the name itself. So special attack 2, special attack 3. This one will be used later. All right, so first thing first, we have our body slam over here. Later I'll show you. Actually, you know what? I can do it. Create. No, I can't. There is 1 or 2 reasons why we should not do it. Okay. I need to put this aside. All right. Okay. Make transition, and then make transition back here. Okay, cool. So the transition is very straightforward. For special attack, make sure basically it says special attack. So we need body slam. So there's exit time, but there is no transition duration, no duration. No. Coming in, no exit time, which means direct. 0. And then we're gonna need to put the trigger. So this is special attack 3. And then when it's outgoing, we have exit time. It has to be 1, duration 0.5. Okay, no, 0. 0. Okay, there we go. Done. As far as this is concerned. And because this is a single player game, so we don't need. All right. Next up, we go to get resources, attack, player attack, get resources. This is a bit interesting. No. Okay, how do we want to do this, right? Okay, you know what? Let's do another way. We don't need index because I know how much resources is being used. If anything below 7 is normal attack. If anything else above is, yeah, so special attack 3. All right. Just to make sure, we want to make sure the system is okay. We want to double check our trigger. I don't want to override one of the attacks because one of the attacks is mainly used for the raid game, so I don't want to mess it up. Okay, everything looks good, everything looks great. Now let's clear, save, and let's get on. So if everything works, which means the new animation, we should be able to do the special attack. So I need to wait for this to go up. Actually, no, you know what? Why am I doing this? Gonna drag, yeah, put it here. No, first we need to make sure the special attack trigger works. And then we're gonna show you, I'm gonna show you the close up of the attack. All right, can't spend yet. I probably need to label some of these guys. All right, work for me. So you just saw it. You just saw it. All right, sweet. Okay, everything is working, but I saw an error on my side, so I need to just double check a few things. Special. Okay, I think this is good. All right, time to show you the close-up. And with that, this would be the end for the stream. And one thing for sure, I'm yeah, this month is gonna be busy for me, so I can only do Thursday. So for those who are watching, so I will see you guys next Thursday. Right, Tuesday is off the list, off the schedule for this month, exclusively, not exclusively, only for this month. Hopefully not more than that. And then I'll see you guys. I'll continue to see you guys on Tuesday. But for now, this is it. And where was I? Animator, trigger, and then if you realize, right, when I do a special attack, it gives me a wrong face. So I need to override that face. Dish, 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 dish. All right. Okay, so that's that. Until then, I will see you guys same time, same place, 9 p.m. PT time on Thursday. For those who are watching on stream, I wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next stream. For those who are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help my YouTube channel grow. And last but not least, not to say a PSA for those who reach to the end, because this month I have very little time to do all this game dev, I will try. I really will have to try to do something on a weekend to get some assets out. Yeah, if not, I don't know what to do. No, not saying don't know what to do. The scheduling would be a rough thing. And now it's mostly animation wise, so I think the next few stream I would, if anything animation, I will do it on stream as best as I can. I think it's the only thing left. Okay, so that's one. And the deadline, all right, the most crucial deadline, I know it's end of the stream already, but this game will be playable. That's right. Summer. The deadline is summer. That means end of the month. End of this month. Yup. Yup. All right. That's all. That's all I want to say. For those who managed to stay until the end, that is one news for you. See ya, my friends.